你好。
嗨，Amy。
你好。
进来进来。
Jess， 我们今天要做什么？
我们今天要做广东的肠粉。
我特别期待，因为我在深圳的时候，我一直在吃肠粉。
这个肠粉是我们从小就是吃到大的，对，就我们也是非常喜欢。
So last year I spent a lot of time in Shenzhen, which is a city in Guangdong province, and one of my absolute favorite things to eat there was CHANGFEN. So in my experience, I've kind of discovered there are two different types of CHANGFEN. The kind of CHANGFEN you can get at Yum Cha. You may be familiar with it. It's beautifully wrapped rice paper rolls with a feeling of either barbecue pork or prawn, but then you've got the street style of CHANGFEN, which is my personal favorite, and I only really discovered it last year when I was spending more and more time in Shenzhen.
你的意思我明白，就是说街边的那种皱皮的，反正样子不是很好看，但是很滑，很好吃。我们今天就要做这种皱皮肠粉。
皱皮肠粉，
它的意思就是说，它因为很薄嘛，然后我们把它刮到一起的时候，它就皱在一块了，所以我们叫它皱皮肠粉。但是它是很滑、很薄、很好吃的。
A good batter is the key to a good CHANGFEN. For the recipe we're using today, you're going to want to use 125 grams of rice flour, 100 grams of wheat starch or tapioca starch, as well as 40 grams of potato starch.
我这里是600 ml 的清水就可以了，然后就是慢慢的加入。
So this ricey slosh has only taken a couple of minutes to mix up. It's super easy to make, but from what I understand, the proportions are very important.
这个粉的比例非常的重要哦，就是说它的口感滑不滑呀，好不好吃啊？这样子就是这个全靠这个比例调出来的。
问一下，对肠粉来说最重要的部分是什么？
第一个就是那个粉浆要，
这个粉浆是吧？
粉浆一定要调的那个比例一定要正确啊。第二重要，我觉得就除了新鲜的这个食材啦，然后还有这个我们待会儿要做一个酱汁。
For me, what makes a CHANGFEN super special is not only the consistency of that batter, but it's also the sauce. The sauce ties everything together. And from what I remember of the CHANGFEN I ate in Shenzhen, it has this beautiful, like salty but slightly sweet and sometimes slightly spicy. And it's just, I could just eat a soup of this CHANGFEN juice. So today Jess is gonna make some CHANGFEN juice for us. And it looks like the ingredients we're putting in, we've got some spring onion, some garlic, ginger, coriander, and chili.
我们要用到一些这些姜葱蒜啊这些来煮一个那个甜甜的那个酱汁哈，好好味的哦。
Fry that until it's nice and fragrant, then you can go ahead and add your liquids. Here we're using 250 ml of water, 80 ml of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, this is what gives the sauce its deep brown color, and also 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce.
所以就是要六勺的大。
To give the sauce its signature sweetness, you bet there's a lot of sugar in there. 6 teaspoons to be exact.
就这样子让它煮个几分钟，让它味道出来。
好，
然后这个酱汁就待会儿就把这些材料就是过滤掉，然后就留着这个汁就 OK 了。
So things are going great here. We've got our sauce reducing at the moment, just giving it a bit more flavor. Jess is tending to our rice flour batter, which is still looking very lovely. Soon, we'll be on to actually making the CHANGFEN.
好了，现在我们的酱汁做好了。今天我们要做这个粤式肠粉呢，我会做3个味道的，一个就是猪肉馅，一个牛肉，然后还有做一个虾的。
中文怎么说这个 pushu？
虾馅。
虾馅。
也是虾的 pushu 的。
对，虾的 pushu。To season the pork, you want to add salt, sugar, a few drops of light soy sauce, a little splash of oyster sauce, top it off with some cornstarch or potato starch, and you're good to mix it up. We also added some spring onion for a bit of extra flavor. For the beef filling, we're going to want to season it a little differently to the pork.
调的味道稍微有一点点不一样。因为牛肉呢，你是一定不可以放盐的。
哦，是吗？
就是腌的时候，要不然它的肉质就会变硬了。所以呢，我们就使用蚝油和生抽，还有糖。
So add a little bit of soy sauce, a bit of oyster sauce, and then a little bit more cornstarch than we did in the pork mixture. You can add some sugar to it too. Then you're good to mix it up.
通常呢，我们牛肉里面可以放一点这个香菜。
Oh yeah, and don't forget to top off both the pork and the beef mixtures with some oil. Now we have made the batter, we have made the sauce, we've prepared the fillings. Now I guess it's time to make CHANGFEN.
Yeah, 这个你来跟我一起做吧。
好。So when you see people on the street making street CHANGFEN, you'll see them using this like CHANGFEN oven type thing. So this is how they usually do it on the streets. They scoop up some of their rice flour batter and spread it onto this big metallic tray. They shake it out until it becomes this very thin and even layer of batter. Desired toppings are then added and then into the steamer it goes. In the name of efficiency, while one tray is steaming in the oven, the next one is getting prepared. A few minutes later, the CHANGFEN will be ready to take out. The vendor then scrapes it off the tray, chops it up, and it's ready for the sauce. Obviously, we don't have that CHANGFEN oven thing here right now. It's not necessarily a permanent fixture in most of our kitchens. So today we are substituting the CHANGFEN oven with these metallic trays here and a normal kind of pan here. So we have just a normal little pot here, something that you would find in your kitchen, and we've just put some water inside and just allowing that to heat up.
肠粉呢，一定要一个薄薄的，最好就是长方形，然后它卷起来的时候，它有一定的空间。我们先要喷一点点油，这个喷的油不能多，如果太多了，它那个粉就粘不上去了。它过了一会儿，它会有沉淀的，所以你在用之前，你还是要再把它再搅拌一下就够了。这个量就是不能太多了，要不然就会太厚了。
You want to keep it nice and thin and make sure that it spreads out to the entirety of the pan.
我们先来做一个猪肉的吗？
好。
我们放这个肉的时候呢，也是千万不要放太多，我们只需要放一点点就好了。放的太多就全是肉了，还不要那么好吃。就你看，就这么一丁点就够了。其实我们需要的肉并不多。我们把肉放在两边，然后我们卷的时候就可以，就它中间会有一个位置。那我的方法就是。因为我这个盘子跟这个锅就是正好这个 size，
perfect，
我都不需要用一个架子，我就直接放进去。然后你要看好哦，我们只需要2分钟。2 minutes， 我们在蒸那一盘的时候，就可以准备下一盘了。要用2个盘子了，因为那边在蒸的时候，我们就准备下一个。然后这样子就不会浪费时间。
Well, this here is a revelation. I have never attempted to make CHANGFEN at home because I assumed I would need all of this special equipment, but I'm pretty sure that I have everything I need at home to make CHANGFEN. The result is looking really good. I think it's going to be super, super tasty.
这个已经好了。
Oh, it's ready.
好的。
Ooh! So that's how it goes. One comes out and the next one goes in. Then you want to get straight into scraping it off. Don't let it sit too long, otherwise it's going to become harder and harder to scrape up. It's so fun. It looks really, really similar to the kind of CHANGFEN I was eating in Shenzhen. Oh, it looks so good. Wow. Look at this. 下一个我可以试试吗？
可以。
I'm gonna do the next one.
你要加猪肉还是牛肉？
都行。
都行。那
好，然后就放一点点是吧？
放一点点，就是这边放一点，然后另外一边也放。你够了，要把它分开，对。或者是带着手套用手吧。
哦，好吧。
对。
哦，然后2分钟就好了。
对，2分钟就好了。加油！
哦，好，要放在这儿吗？
可以。然后
Okay, so just like they do on the streets. Like this?
Yeah. Very good. 然后现在可以从另外一边把它挂过来。哇哦！
我是最棒的。
哇，好棒！
Don't know if you saw that, guys, but I actually just made my very own CHANGFEN. It looks a little rough, but I think it's gonna taste delicious. We're just gonna put some sauce on top and then we are ready to eat it. Oh, yeah. That looks so good.
试一下你自己做的。开心。
那个酱汁特别好吃。Wow, I can't believe that we made this. The sauce is so good. I love how we've flavored the meat, so the meat has a really lovely taste to it as well. And the CHANGFEN, the batter is so nice and soft.
是不是就这个味道？
So Jess kept making CHANGFEN and I kept eating CHANGFEN. It was an ideal arrangement for me. While Jess is hard at work, I'm just gonna be here eating the fruits of her labor. There's CHANGFEN. Oh, the prawn one is so good too. For everyone watching, you have got to try this for yourself. It was not hard. It didn't take long to make. And it can be done with all the equipment that's already in your household. So go out and make yourself some CHANGFEN. So in the spirit of learning new skills, this video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online platform that offers thousands of classes over a wide range of topics. If there's a skill you want to learn, odds are it is on Skillshare. I did, however, look this morning to see if there were any CHANGFEN classes on Skillshare. There are not, so please continue to watch this video, but there are many, many other fun things that you can learn on there. I myself have been using Skillshare a lot in the last few months, as you probably already know, to learn a whole variety of new things. I'm now, call me Mrs. Skills. I have all the skills. The first 1,000 people to click the link in my description are going to be getting 2 months free worth of Skillshare Premium, so go check that out. I think that was a huge success. We have made the most beautiful CHANGFEN today. Thank you so much, Jess, for joining me today and for teaching me how to make CHANGFEN. 谢谢你教我怎么做CHANGFEN.
Thank you, Amy.
我们下一次要做什么呢？
我们下一次你想好想做什么？
好，
告诉我。
好，你们来评论一下，你下一次要看我们做什么饭。But you know what? This video is only halfway over. I think it's super important for me to actually see how easy or hard this recipe is for me to do myself at home in my kitchen with the tools available to me at home in my kitchen. First step, make this batter. I picked up all of the necessary flours and starches and potato starches at my Asian supermarket yesterday, so hopefully I do this right. And of course, like always, I made a huge freaking mess. Yeah, that is looking great. Pretty much exactly the same consistency that I did with Jess, so yeah, setting myself up for success early. Oh no, I've got so much flour and gunk in my camera now. And now for the glorious 6 teaspoons of sugar. Yeah, that sauce smells pretty wonderful. Okay, I have completed the 3 elements of this dish and now it's time to actually put the CHANGFEN together. And this is the bit that I'm most worried about because I don't have the same kind of trays that Jess has. I have a wok, of course, but here I'm dealing with brownie trays. Let's see if you can use brownie trays to make changfen. It will be an interesting experiment. Okay, so here we go. The batter is going in the pan. As a substitute for a ladle, I'm just using a little mini measuring spoon. I think that might do the trick. Don't want to use too much. I think I didn't put enough batter in. I think that's going to be my issue. And I think I also need more oil. Okay, I've done something very wrong here. I think the layer is way too thin and it's actually become really crispy around the edges. Well, they say that the first pancake is always the worst pancake, so fingers crossed it gets better from here. This side is a lot better. Yay! Homemade changfen! Oh my god. Maybe it tastes good with a little bit of sauce. Let's give it a try. Look, apart from the obvious failure in the batter pouring, it tastes really good. It tastes identical to the other day. This time I'm gonna change it up a bit. I'm putting in more oil. I'm gonna put in more batter. Look, I think my problem is this brownie tin. It isn't very flat on the bottom, so it's all kind of going to one side when it cooks. So I guess that problem could be easily fixed with a better pan. So if you're gonna try this for yourself at home, don't use brownie tins. Hey guys, lunch ready. Look, this one looks a lot better, but still not very beautiful. So now I fear I've poured in too much batter and the skin is quite thick. At the end of the day, the issue is with the pan, not with me, so I blame the brownie pans. Okay, Dad.
Oh, yum.
Look, it's not pretty, but I think it tastes pretty good.
Oh, yeah, that's really good. Yum.
It's good?
Really nice.
Yeah?
Nice, I want some more.
Fine.
Oh man, okay, so in conclusion, when it comes to changfen, I have some key takeaways. Don't use a brownie pan. Don't make this dish if you want to have a dinner party and talk with your friends, because if you're making changfen, you're going to be up there cooking constantly and your friends will be here eating it, and you'll probably be lucky if you could get one for yourself. So delicious, yes, but labor intensive, I would say. I am sweating up a storm here, but I have a happy customer here and Dad.
So good.
You've had like 10 or 12?
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, so...
Hanha?
Yeah, hanha. Yeah, you can say hanha. Yeah.
Really good.
So that's it for today's episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to comment and do all those things. And yeah, if you do make some changfen for yourself, send some photos to me. I would love to repost that on my Instagram story and just see what you guys are making and how much better they look than mine. Oops, I've actually got a changfen on there right now, so I have to go. But I'll see you next time. Bye.